Uncle Jack is a huge part of We Happy Few in both the lore, the game world, and the marketing of the game. You see him everywhere in City of Wellington Wells. There's posters, there's TV screens playing his show. Now, when I first played We Happy Few, I was actually expecting to meet Uncle Jack during all these campaigns, meeting him, talking to him, but we don't. We only just see his last recording. And looking at it, it makes sense that we don't see Uncle Jack. He was always the man they used for the marketing. He's a real guy. Like, I don't know the name of the dude who played him, but like, it's a real guy that played him, and they basically put him in the game. So, but I was still expecting him to kind of still be in the game. Now, while you play the game, you have everyone talk about how great he is, except Ollie. Ollie is the only one who hates him, really, and you gotta figure it out more throughout his campaign. But he wants to. He talked about how bad he is, and he wants to expose Uncle Jack. Which, I mean, look at the smile on his face. You can always. A man who smiles like that has nothing to hide. Now, the last we see of Uncle Jack is a tape about his last recording, where he basically goes crazy. He gets off his joy and starts attacking and destroying the place with the line that I think everyone knows that he says, which is, "We've come to the end of our time." And that's it. Because after that, the game ends. We never see him again. And we don't know what happened to Uncle Jack. And I have a question is, if Compulsion makes a We Happy Few 2, could he come back? Now excuse me for a moment because I'll be going to fan fiction territory, because this is how I think Uncle Jack should come back. And now, I'm just going to say this version is pretty dark. So now, I feel like it should build off the way that We Happy Few ended, with showing Uncle Jack as crazy because he went off joy. So I say build off that and really start the game. Like, this could really be a prequel. Start the game like a few months before the events of We Happy Few, and a little bit, and like shortly after Jack's last broadcast was made. So like in this, this could be the plot and all that to the first part of the plot to We Happy Few 2, but like in this, you are actually a Bobby, you're a policeman, and you need to go find this guy. You find this guy, like he's committing murders. Like Uncle Jack basically became a murderer and just killing people because he went crazy, and like all you know is that he just says we come to the end of our time. Now, everyone thinks that. No one thinks that it's Uncle Jack. Everyone's just like, that's not Uncle Jack. Like, someone's pretending to be. And I feel like this would be a good way to bring joy back, because you're Bobby, so you can't just walk around and not be on your joy. So you have to take joy. But let's say your character has found a way to make it to where joy won't kill him, because in this version, joy will kill you. Like, you take too much of it, you will die. Now your goal is to have to find this person who everyone think isn't, who's just someone faking to be Uncle Jack and making him seem evil, because no one believes that's actually Uncle Jack. Your job is to find him, but then later on in the game, your character actually does find out that it is Uncle Jack, and then the whole thing is like covering it up. And like that's like the first part of the game, and then like the plot changes to something else. So, like basically, it was just the dude got away. Like, we don't know where he is. So the plot changes to something else. I feel like Compulsion should really focus and build on Uncle Jack going crazy. Like whether it's just not even showing him and just kind of having him go crazy, and you have these people talking about it. And like it's dark, but I think it fits with what We Happy Few really goes for. I also feel like this is the perfect opportunity to bring Wellington Wells back, because honestly, I don't think there's that much you can do, like for a sequel wise. But in this case, a prequel before Arthur goes off his joy, before Sally needs to get out, and really just before We Happy Few starts, just have this game going. And you can even be, and like, just be in Wellington Wells just for a little bit, not even for the whole game. Like, have be Wellington Wells for a little bit, and then go to another city. Like, even, like, I like my idea of going to London. But, yeah, like, have it be before the events of We Happy Few. And, like, you basically just cover it up, and then, like, that's really just the beginning of the game, and then you go somewhere else. And you're not even in Wellington Wells anymore. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. I would like Uncle Jack to come back. Like, he's one of my favorite parts of We Happy Few, and I kind of want them to continue on the Uncle Jack's going crazy thing, because I feel like I feel like they could do a lot of stuff with that, rather than just leave it off as, yeah, he went crazy, you don't know if he's dead or not. So yeah, that's all. See you guys next time.